Hi there, I've made this quick video for some basic yoga moves for my friend Gail, who was telling me on the weekend that she's losing spine mobility, has a constant low back pain and related tight hamstrings. So this doesn't replace medical advice, this is just a couple of quick basic yoga moves that you can do every day to alleviate your lower back pain, improve some mobility and movement there, and loosen things up so that you can feel better in your day today. So this is for Gail. So this will be all on the floor, so get down as gracefully and as elegantly as you can and make yourself comfy. Make sure you've got a rolled up blanket or a cushion if you have sore knees. So coming down, however that looks for you, and we're just going to start on all fours in tabletop to do some cat-cows just to warm up to start. So get comfy here. Like I said, if knees are sore, put some blankets. It's fine to do this on the carpet or even add some extra cushioning here. So we're just starting in all fours. So wrists are sort of stacked underneath our shoulders here. Shoulders away from the ears, and your knees are hip width apart, just making sure we look a bit like a table, so nice and neutral. See if you can get a really straight spine here. And our cat-cows are basically an arch and a round, but you want to go real slow and real gentle here. So tucking the toes and arching the spine on the inhale if you can. So real gentle, big inhale, and arch the spine and just lifting the chest and the chin, looking up just a little. And then with your exhale, we round. So rounding the spine, the shoulder blades, and even the neck and head comes down. And then once more, inhale to arch for cat. Actually, that's cow. Exhale to round for the cat. And this should feel really nice here. You can even do little micro movements the way your body feels. So do this a couple of times with your breath. Inhaling to arch. Slowly exhaling to round. So this is using quite a lot of muscles and getting quite a few things moving here. And coming back to neutral when you feel that's enough. And you can do some little hip rotations here. If that feels all right, don't do anything that is painful. Some little hip circles, warming up the spine and the shoulder blades. And really start to breathe into your body, breathe into any areas that might have pain. You can do some little full circles if you like. So yeah, just this is warming up hips and spine at the same time. And then from here, we're going into a child's pose. So we're just going to untuck the feet and we're sitting our heels, our hips back towards our heels. Now the knees can be a bit wider or you can have them straight as well, but it's nice to have knees a little bit wider so that the hips can come towards the feet. And then pulling your arms out in front here. So your forehead may or may not come to the ground at this point, but it feels like someone's pulling our fingers and hands out and the hips are coming back. So this should feel really nice. It's opening up not only the hips, but the shoulder blades, the back. And if you would even like to support your head with a pillow here, so that you can really just let it go and stay here for as many breaths as feels good for you. And breathe into all parts of your body with kindness and compassion. Coming back up when you are ready into our neutral spine once more. So once more we're going to tuck the toes, and this is a bit stronger this time. So we're putting the weight into our hands, fingers are nice and wide, and we're going to round the shoulders and the spine and lift the hips back into what we call downward dog. So the head is sort of trying to come down. And what this does is it is stretching our hamstrings, our calves, our ankles, but also lengthening the spine. So we're trying to get height in the hips. So bending the knees, they don't have to be straight, but go as sort of to the point where they're straight enough that you can feel the stretch in the back of the legs, but we're actually looking for height here, so the head can come sort of down in between the armpits sort of thing. So it's like we're pushing our hands forwards a little bit, so it creates that force to come into a triangle shape here. So down dog, you might even like to pedal the legs a little bit, like the heels sort of come up and down, little pedal of the feet, because that can feel so nice on tight hamstrings. Now don't do that if there's pain. You can even just do little tiny ones to start, coming back down slowly. You can do this 3 or 4 more times. Just even doing little ones can be good. So until you get that mobility, just working your way up to it. Nice big breath here. That does take a fair bit of work. Loosening once more. And then I'm just going to take us back into a down dog just briefly so that we can come into a little bit of a stance. So down dog, but not a full one. Doesn't have to be all the way. So we're just a little down dog here. I'm just going to walk the feet up here. So we're sort of bringing the feet up and quite significant bend in the legs here, making sure the feet are parallel. I'm just going to hang it down wherever that is. So great if you can hang all the way down and let everything go, but probably won't be that far. So just resting the hands on the shins or the thighs and just sort of letting the back round here. So once more we're lengthening the spine, and you should feel like the whole back here, there's all these muscles that are really tight. Breathe into those areas and exhale. We're exhaling the tension. One more big breath. Exhale tension. Let it all go. And then going very slowly here so you don't get dizzy, we're just going to roll the spine all the way up. Maybe rounding the shoulders at the top. Take a big breath. And we'll go down one more time into a forward fold. Just to where feels okay for you. Rounding that spine at the end if that feels okay. Big breath, exhale. And then generously bend the knees to come back to the ground once more. So getting down again however you can. It's not going to be graceful. And placing our feet in front here. So a little triangle. Pointing, flexing those feet. Now this could be a bit strong, so you may need to sit on, again, a cushion or a pillow, just to elevate the hips here, but go gently. So leaning back here might feel good, but we want to try and get as straight as possible, getting our sit bones sort of grounded into the earth, so once it can be on an elevation, getting nice length in the spine, grounding the energy through our body. Big breath here, and you may try and fold over this wide leg position. You might not need to go far to get that hamstring stretch and the inner groin. If it feels better having it wider, that's fine too. But find that spot that feels okay for you. Toes are flexed and it's an active forward fold this time. Exhale tension. Stay here for as long as you like. I would recommend at least 3 in and out breaths, and support your weight to come back up. Bringing those feet in if you can, if knees don't mind that. Little butterfly here, so feet can be all the way in or just out here is fine too. I'm just going to do another little fold over legs, and that should feel really good on the outer hips, the glutes there. And exhale to come up. So like I said, you can do that as many times as it should feel really, and every time you do it, you exhale, you release tension, release stress. So spinning around, lying back down now. This is called wind release. So let's just lie down here for a sec. We're going to straighten one leg and we're reaching forward for one knee. So hugging that knee into the chest here. Exhale, release and swap. Slowly bringing the other knee towards our chest. Big exhale, that should feel really nice. Let go gently, and we'll go the other way once more. But this time, while you've got your knee, I'm just going to bring it across the body a little bit here. So go to where it feels okay. We're trying to keep the opposite shoulder down on the ground, and it's a little twist. If it can go all the way, great. You might need to have a pillow here, or just let gravity do its thing. Supine twist. This is what we need for sore lower backs. Staying here for 3 or 4 breaths. If it feels okay, slowly coming back to center. And we'll swap once more. Knee to chest. And then we bring that knee across. Holding that shoulder down. It will come off a little bit, that's fine. Just sort of twisting the spine here. Supporting the leg if it's a bit strong. Or letting it go if it feels really good. Exhale. And then supporting the knee to come back up. Always moving very slow, very gentle. We do things very unconsciously, so when we move slower, we're telling our body it's safe and it's okay, and this is good. So 2 heels on the ground. So you can do a couple more supine twists here. Energy into the earth with our feet, really sort of planting our palms here too, maybe even tucking the shoulders back a little, and we're just going into a bridge. So this is actually strengthening our hamstrings and our glutes. Now this pose doesn't have to be too high to start, just do it a couple of times. Inhale to come up. Apparently tight muscles are weak muscles. So if you have tight hamstrings, they're weak because they've been overcompensating for the lower back, the core, various other issues that are all interrelated. And exhale to roll the spine down. Let's hug both knees in now. Maybe even a little rock and roll side to side. Oh yeah, that's good. And last one for a little bit of core work. As we bring our feet back here, we're just going to lift the shoulder blades. Please don't strain the necks. We're just going to lift the shoulders off the ground. Hold our hands out here, and you might like to alternate legs very slowly, but making sure the spine is in contact with the mat so that you're not straining the spine. Little bit of core activation. Beautiful. Placing heels down, rolling back down. So if you do that every day, you will love your body more, and it will build the strength it needs. Even twice a day would be great. So thank you for joining me. Hope you get something out of it, Gail.